All right, Taurus. So Taurus, today we're going to be looking at the person who loves the hell out of you. Okay, so first we're going to look at your current situation with this person, and then we will take a look at what is the but. Is there a but? Okay. This person loves the hell out of you, but... Okay, so Taurus, what is the current situation with this person? What is the current situation between Taurus and their person? Unexpected. This is kind of reminding me of the Aries reading just a little bit. With the unexpected and partying in reverse, teddy bear in reverse. This person showing you less interest. You could have a family with this person, or one of you or the both of you has children. Okay, grounding in reverse. This doesn't feel stable. But at the same time, I'm getting an energy here, Taurus, of like, you're not surprised. With unexpected coming out on its side. There's something about this that doesn't feel... The fact that things are not fun and playful anymore is not surprising to you. Why? Tell me about the current situation between Taurus and their person. Four of Swords. Knight of Swords. Someone could have said they needed some space. Queen of Wands in reverse. Taurus, you may be feeling like you need to avoid this person right now. Maybe there's something about this person's attitude that is not... Like, this person could be drawing away from you or pushing you away. But it's like you've learned this person's ebb and flows, or this is something you know about this person. There's times where this person kind of pulls away and isolates themselves from you, or they ghost you, or whatever, depending on how serious this connection is. There's an energy here of like this person, maybe they've done it before, so you know, oh, okay, they're just doing that thing where they pull away, or they don't want to be bothered, or they're not being affectionate towards me, or they're not trying to have fun with me anymore. They're just isolating themselves. I will say that it still makes you feel insecure, but at the same time, Tower in reverse, you could be... I'm almost getting the energy like you've learned not to poke the bear when it comes to this person. So if there's times where this person pulls away and they kind of catch an attitude, it's like instead of trying to combat that and like maybe ask for more affection or ask for more time or attention or ask for this person to text you more or whatever your gripe is with them, I feel like you're learning just to avoid them and let them be, or avoid the situation. Because otherwise they might get a little... They could say things they don't mean, maybe. But I feel like also this makes you feel bad about yourself. It's like I'm getting the energy here of you being connected to someone and maybe you're not getting what you want sometimes, but you learn to kind of like leave it alone. Like you're biting your tongue is what this feels like. Six of Cups. You could have kids with this person. You could have been with this person since you were young, or you've known this person for a very long time with the Six of Cups. Could be dealing with a Gemini or a Virgo. Nine of Wands. I'm getting the energy still like this bothers you, But there's the energy here of like you no longer bringing it up. Maybe you're trying to think of other ways to draw them in without full on saying what you want. So maybe you're trying to manifest, or you're trying to like attract them, or, you know, charm them or something like that to get their attention in more indirect ways. Your person could deal with like depression or anxiety. This is a Tower in reverse. That is a whole lot of cards. I'm not going to take all these cards, Taurus. That's too many. Page of Pentacles. I feel like you decide to, like when this person doesn't want to be bothered or they pull away, I get the energy here of you waiting on them to kind of show interest again. I don't know. Does your person... This is weird. It's like this person often ghosts you, or they disappear, or they pull away, or they act like they don't want to be bothered. And I feel like maybe in the past you used to try to reinitiate contact or try to get attention or affection from them. I feel like you no longer do that. You kind of wait for them to make a move. You wait for them to show interest. King of Cups. But this person does love you. King of Cups, Two of Cups. This person does love you. Five of Swords, though. Arguments. Seven of Cups in reverse. Maybe you feel like it makes you more confused and more, I don't know, sad or whatever. Strength card in reverse, Temperance in reverse. You feel like it makes things worse when you try to argue with them. So instead, it's like you kind of let them do their thing and wait for them to come back around, is the energy that I'm getting. But this person does love you, or they wouldn't be showing up in this reading. So what is the but? What's interesting to me, this is the second one I've done, Aries, and now you, Taurus. I feel like the but is coming up in the current situation already. Well, let's see, what is the but? We got the Chaser. All right. What is the but when it comes to Taurus's person? What is the but? Silence, no contact. But this person has times where they pull away, where they disappear, where they go into their little hole and they don't want to be bothered. Or you could be in no contact with this person. Twin flame. I don't really do twin flame readings, so I don't know how I feel about twin flames, but okay. If you know, it could be a twin flame connection. Regrets and mistakes. Intimacy. This person may have issues with intimacy. This person has intimacy issues. They can only take so much intimacy. And then it gets to a point where they're like, okay, I need to go do my own thing. Like, this is too intense. Ace of Cups in reverse. Intimacy issues. Okay, Taurus, your person has intimacy issues. Is the problem. Ace of Cups in reverse. Intimacy. They may have issues with feeling like lovable. Issues with giving and receiving love. You may have a turnaround with this in the future. Because I'm seeing butterflies like in my lawn right now as I'm doing your reading. This is a window right here. I can see my lawn. And I saw the renewal card, renewed hope, when I was shuffling the other deck. And butterflies can speak to that, you know. Things taking on a new form. Things heading into a new phase. Tell me, what is the but? Taurus is, and they hold back. This is what holds them back. They have issues giving into what's good for them and what they want. Ew, I don't like how this reading sounds. It sounds like, well, let me not compare, but it sounds like sometimes when I hear certain things and people be like, your person wants you, but they're fighting it. You know, it's like, but that is how this feels, if I'm being honest. They may have things in their past that they're still getting over, they're healing from, maybe childhood issues, you know, that they're trying to work through. Okay? But I feel like this is almost like an internal clash that they have when it comes to fighting what they know is good for them or what they know they truly want, but they have some sort of blockage. But I feel like it's more so internal than it is anything to do with you. I feel like this is something they battle with internally. You know, when people have insecurities or they have self-doubt or past trauma, sometimes it's hard for people to open up and even receive what they know is good for them. Maybe this person feels unworthy with that Ace of Cups in reverse. They don't feel worthy of love and real intimacy and letting someone in all the way completely, being vulnerable. They have issues with that. Okay? What's the Page of Swords? I feel like your person will ultimately decide at some point to level up, to grow up, to take control of their life and what they want for themselves. I do see that they will do that eventually. With this Two of Swords in reverse and the Emperor, they will do that eventually. When is that? I don't know. I can't give you a time frame, right? You can try in tarot, but sometimes it can be a little loose, you know, with the time frame. But I feel like at some point they will be like, okay, here's what I want for my life. I've decided, whatever that means, whatever I have to do when it comes to being vulnerable with someone, that's what I'm going to do because this is what I want for my life. I do see them making, Sun card. Your person may have depression. I don't know. Do you know this? They could have some sort of depression with this Nine of Swords back here and stuff. And what I see for this person, you know, with them having issues with intimacy and being vulnerable and feeling unlovable, I feel like at some point that will turn around. Could be dealing with a Leo, okay, or an Aries. Why is the Page of Swords on this side? Why is the Page of Swords here? But it's going to take time. Page of Swords on its side. I feel like, what do you want me to say with the Page of Swords on its side? Knight of Pentacles, this is going to take time though. That I know for sure. Three of Swords. Your person has things that they need to work through. I feel like there's an energy of like, if you do want to work through this with this person and wait for them to get to this point, because it's going to be a waiting game, but that's up to you. If you want to wait for this person, it's like, there's an energy here of like, don't talk about it with this person, but don't talk about it too much because that may make this person retract. It's like a need to like half talk about it and half observe this person. If that makes sense. I hope that makes sense for you, Taurus. It's like, don't beat it to death, but you can bring it up here and there. You know, maybe telling this person, telling them what? Like maybe speaking into them, like how much you believe in them, how much I don't want you to feed nobody's ego though. Well, let me take myself out of it. It's energy here of like this person having a lot of self-doubt and insecurities. Again, this person's very insecure. So there's an energy here of like, oh, what is that? Rewarding good behavior. Because sometimes with this strength card, I think about how do you train a dog? Not that your person's a dog, but if you're a feminine watching for a man, okay. Okay. Sometimes you have to reward good behavior like you would a dog. No disrespect, but like you would a dog. So when they're showing up in a really good energy, when they're having really positive days, when they're making strides with work and their attitude and their confidence and stuff, mentioning that, like, wow, look at you today, or wow, look what you've done at work. Wow, any day now you're going to get a promotion because you're putting in that work. Like speaking life into this person because they're not really able to do that for themselves just yet. And that's what makes them really insecure and hide into their cave and things like that. Yes. Hold on, y'all. Okay, stay right here because I don't want you on the camera, though, okay? I don't want kids on the camera. What you need, though? You can sit right here.
I was going to bathroom to go through and then I put on the air bathroom. That scared me.
Oh, you turned on the vent in the bathroom and it scared you? That's okay. You got to do the other switch. It's okay. It's just the fan. Okay? It's okay. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. You can close my door for me? Okay. Thank you. Okay. But yeah. Okay. Let me see if I got anything else for you because I interrupted it. Okay. Anything else for Taurus? Tell me about the Knight of Pentacles for Taurus moving forward in the future. This is going to be slow and steady though with this person. Yeah, but they will eventually get there. King of Swords. Hangman. I feel like there's also an energy of, I don't know how much effort you want to put into this person, right? But that's up to you. But if you're willing to put in the effort, I feel like this person will start to build their confidence. They will start to build their internal strength and all of those things. But it's going to take time. Knight of Pentacles, Hangman, it's going to take time for them to see themselves from a new perspective. There's a lot of rewiring this person needs to do. I don't know if they have childhood trauma because we have the family card back here. I don't know if they have childhood trauma that they're trying to work through. Okay, with this Six of Cups, Magician, Nine of Swords. Maybe they have childhood trauma that they need to rework. Okay, but we're all a work in progress. Okay, so that's going to be up to you if you want to work on that with this person, Taurus. Okay, but I do see eventually they will have an awakening where they start to boss up in their life and take themselves more seriously, and their confidence grows, and they're more assertive and confident in life. Because the Emperor, it's all of those things. Okay. So that's what I have for you, Taurus. You can go ahead and check out your other reading on my page from a few days ago. What is your person hiding? Okay. Thank you for hitting the like button, for commenting if this resonates or if it doesn't, and subscribing. Okay. So that's what I have